Avoid the destructive person. There are people in this world who live in chaos. These type of people will get close to you and stab you in the back without thinking twice. They will use you and suck you dry of any sanity. These people are called the destructive individuals. What is a destructive individual, you might be asking? Well, let me tell you. A destructive individual is a person who does not have a shred of peace or happiness in their lives. And whenever they do, they completely ruin it. These people are never satisfied with themselves, but instead of looking at themselves, seeing why they are not satisfied, and figuring out how to fix it, they blame society, situations, work, friends, lovers, the government, and everything else under the sun except themselves. These people are hypocrites for the simple fact is that they will do any negative and immoral thing to someone for whatever reason, but will rail, rant, argue, throw a fit, and even fight when they feel it's happened to them. The destructive person is of all sizes, gender, and color, and are of many negative types, such as the selfish, the envious, the angry, the miserable, the egocentric, the users, and many more. The sad thing is that many people aren't aware when they're dealing with a destructive person, and if they are, they think nothing of it. But what these people don't know is that the more they deal with these destructive people, then the greater the chances that the destructive nature of these people will rub off onto them. And if that happens, then it could cause them to become destructive as well, or even destroy their life. No, that destructive people are impossible to deal with because they are never satisfied with themselves or their life. And because of this, they are never satisfied with the people in their lives. These people are selfish to the point to where if they want something, whether it's sex or full control over another individual, they will do whatever to get it, not caring who they hurt in the process or even how negative it makes them look to other people. Their destructiveness is like an infection that spreads to any person who is unfortunate to get involved with these people. And any person who is involved with these people will be put through an emotional and mental hellstorm that no stronger love or understanding for each other will come out of. Just more chaos. And even if the relationship does end, the mental, physical, and emotional damage that dealing with the destructive person caused will take far longer to fix than how long the relationship was itself. Destructive people are hard to spot. In fact, a lot of the time you don't know that you're dealing with the destructive person until you're already deeply involved with that person in some type of way. But there's one thing you should always remember to do that will help you to know the type of person you are dealing with. Remember to always observe. This means always pay attention to how the other person is treating you, the way they are treating others and themselves, and never overlook any selfish or other negative actions that the person is displaying, because it can determine whether the relationship is a destructive one or a beneficial one. And if you're already close to someone, always look at yourself and what you are getting out of the relationship. Is with every argument and trial you're going through with that person strengthening the bond between you two? Or is it not strengthening the bond and causing you grief? Also, always remember to point out the things that bother or hurt you so that you can be sure the other person knows what things bother or hurt you. And anyone who claims to care about you but still knowingly does things that they know will hurt you does not truly care about you. And to the destructive people who are watching this and in denial, please take a look at the people you are dealing with. Are your actions towards them benefiting them or hurting them? Look at everything you've done from beginning to end, then answer. And also, look back at all the relationship you had in the past that ended on bad terms, whether it was just being friends or being lovers. Look at them all. And if you determine most of them ended because of something someone else did, you may want to look at your actions and yourself. Because if something goes wrong a couple times, you might be able to get away with blaming others. But for things to go wrong over and over again repeatedly, and always someone else is blamed, you might want to look at yourself to see if it's you who is the problem. Please understand that every person is not the same. So with any relationship, there is going to be conflict because each person is going to have different goals, beliefs, habits, and many other things that are different from the other person. And when two different things collide, there is always going to be conflict. But the conflict is healthy because it shows both people in the relationship what type of person the other is, what they like and dislike, and other things, causing them to have a better understanding of each other, which in turn will make the bond between them even stronger. So it can be said that in any healthy relationship, there has to be a share of problems and hurt in order for each person to understand each other and for the relationship to grow. But on the other hand, if the conflicts in the relationship are not doing anything but bringing you grief, then it's not a healthy relationship. And if continued, will get worse and worse until both people in it are miserable. Listen, if you are not with these type of people, then it is better to avoid getting into any type of relationship with them once you run into them. But if you are with a destructive person, it is best to get these people out of your life. Know that it is better to be alone than to struggle with the destruction that dealing with these people can cause. And for those who are with a destructive person and hoping to change them, don't even bother. You can't change a destructive person because they can only change themselves. And the only time you should try and change a destructive person is if they are truly trying to change themselves. If they are not, don't help them. So in conclusion, avoid destructive people because it will keep you from a lot of unwanted grief in the end. This is Creeptv. Ain't no gentleman here, only creeps with no fear. Signing out.